Hello and welcome to Cryptonews on the 17th of May 2023.
Here are the top news stories for crypto. Firstly, we turn our attention to the European Union, specifically the European Union's Ministry of Finance, which has given the final green light to MiCA. MiCA is set to become law in the upcoming summer. Moving to the United States, the focus is on the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. As you may already know, Coinbase has filed a lawsuit against the SEC, claiming that the SEC has not provided sufficient flexibility regarding crypto regulations in America. In reality, they haven't provided anything at all. The SEC is now requesting the court to dismiss this lawsuit, putting them in a challenging position. The lawsuit simply demands the SEC to provide more details on encryption rules in America, which they have failed to do in the past. Continuing with SEC-related news, let's talk about Ripple. As you are aware, Ripple has been embroiled in a legal battle with the SEC. In a small victory for Ripple, the SEC has requested the court to seal Hinman's speech documents. Hinman, the former chairman of the SEC, declared in 2018 that Ethereum is a commodity, not a security, and provided reasons for this stance. Ripple wants access to these historical documents to strengthen their case, but the SEC is reluctant to disclose them. The court has denied the SEC's request to seal the documents, which means the SEC will eventually have to provide them to Ripple, unless they come up with another strategy. Moving on to our featured exchange of the day, we have the troubled Celsius exchange. It has come to light that Celsius is planning to sell approximately $780 million worth of Ethereum stake. These Ethereum tokens were retrieved from Limbo Finance, a DeFi platform that recently allowed withdrawals for ETH stakes. Celsius has taken these tokens from Limbo Finance to settle its debts and is now attempting to sell them. So, there might be a slight drop in the Ethereum price in the next few days. Now let's get to the big news of the day that has shaken up the crypto community, which is the Ledger wallet. It has created a backdoor. To be more specific, Ledger has introduced a new service called Ledger Recovery in its wallets. This service will encrypt and back up your recovery phase, which consists of 12 or 24 words in your wallet. These encrypted backups will be stored in 3 repositories and returned to 3 providers associated with Ledger. This allows for easy retrieval if you lose those words. It's important to note that this service costs $10 per month, and in order to use it, you need to provide Ledger with your ID, passport, or other necessary data for wallet verification. Now, let's discuss the pros and cons. One major drawback is that Ledger disregards the fundamental principle of decentralized control over our money. Cryptocurrency should be under our control, not controlled by banks or third-party organizations. As you already know, the saying, "Not your key, not your crypto," emphasizes this philosophy, which Ledger seems to dismiss with this new service. On the positive side, it's worth mentioning that this is an optional service. If you choose not to use it, you won't have to share your keywords, names, or signatures. However, it's important to understand that if you provide Ledger with all this data, they will have access to it and could potentially use it. There was a tweet from Ledger that was deleted, stating that neither Ledger nor the third-party organizations it collaborates with have access to the recovery phase or the keywords. This deletion raised concerns because if you provide your personal data and keywords to Ledger, they have the ability to use them, although it's unlikely as it would harm their reputation. Nevertheless, the third-party providers and Ledger can access your keywords and personal data if you provide them. So, that was the big news for today, and it's a pretty controversial move by Ledger. Too many people are saying it's a positive move that will help both wallets and crypto evolve, while others argue that it obviously destroys the philosophy of crypto. Both statements hold some truth, but it's also true that the buying public wants an easier way to retrieve their keys if they lose them. Now let's move on to our last news of the day, focusing on NFTs. If you're a fan of the Fast and Furious movies, you'll be interested to know that they have NFTs of cars available. These NFTs will be sold through the Flow blockchain. If you're interested in the article, you can always find it in the description. Next, let's delve into the crypto market, which has remained stable for another day, with Bitcoin holding its support and feeling comfortable in this position for the 6th consecutive day.
That wraps up the top news for crypto today. May 17, 2023.
I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.